Welcome everyone, this is the official break, and in this video, this is 5 things you might have missed in the Halloween update. This is 2025. They brought a lot of stuff back, but they also brought a bunch of new iterations in the game. So you don't want to miss. I'll say subscribe. You don't want to not be subscribed. If you love this game, I got plenty of videos on it, hundreds and hundreds of videos. Join the Discord server. We have a whole bunch of people that are very nice. They'll help you out if you're confused with anything. Also get the limited time merch. You can actually see it over here. I actually have it on screen too, but get the merch. It is buggy right now with the merch, but it's a limited time merch that it's only going to be 2025 October. After this month, it's gone forever. Then so you can show this off in other streams that, hey, you got that limited time merch and you showed support for the channel. So let's get right into these things that you've missed. At the end, I'll kind of give some tips, some free tips. So let's go. The first tip, which is going to have a lot of tips inside of itself, over here on the top right of the screen, if you click this arrow a bunch, and it's going to have an arrow right here, you can tell whenever it's going to be time. I think at night it's 22. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. Also go to the comments, because anything I got wrong I'll update in the comments. But 22 should be night. And if you're in a private server, or I think even online, if you wanted to keep this certain type of day, you can click this and it'll actually freeze the time for yourself. So like per se, if you want to make a bunch of videos in the morning time, that's actually what you would do right there. Okay, and then what I was trying to get to is you're gonna need some weapons to fight these blood moons. And if you have the staff where you can summon the blood moon at night, which if you're like, what is that, what is this, go check out my other tutorial, be at the end of this video, how to get this, where you summon a blood moon. You are able to get a trophy. So now I'll show you a part where I go to the different tower or whatever and I get this trophy. And I'll also show like and also you can't use it if it's not night, so be careful too, because you have an hour cooldown on these staffs. But yeah, I'll show, well, you'll see in the sky, you'll see like a red gem in the sky wherever one of these fortresses are, and then you can fight them. Where to get the weapons? You can actually get some weapons in the manor itself, some wood weapons. Into the acid lands, you can get some more weapons from the acid lands. There's a little shack in the beginning. If you have the laser blaster from the alien, that'll work too. So let's see if this is gonna work. So you can actually start at 1823. Yep, you'll see these, well, 18 I bet. You see these little towers? Those are each different fortresses. So let's go get that trophy that you can get. So after all of that fast forwarding, we did not get it, but I can show you in my own Discord. One of my buddies, Wyatt, shout out, he got it on his game as Halloween 2025. So this is real proof he got it from one of those. You just gotta keep grinding those towers and you have a chance to get it, which I need to get this because this is pretty awesome. All right, and then on to the next tip. This isn't fully the second tip, but I'm already at the manor. I wanted to explain this a little bit. So throughout the month, there's going to be more and more stuff corrupted. As you can see, we got these that drop the bombs over in the corruption area. And then also the corrupted kelp. If you don't know how to get that, go check out my video. And also I'll show you in the video where it's at. Okay, and then boom, boom. And then the one in the middle, we do not know, but it's going to keep coming over here to the manor and checking out what is corrupted next and how is it spreading. But onto the tip. Second tip. So if you're gonna make the lunar tools, you don't know what the lunar tools, I have videos on that. and you need the moon rod, and you're trying to make a bunch of them, and you want to get a bunch of moon rods and then a bunch of the crescent, like the whatever, the moon shards, depending on what day and night. It makes a different lunar tool. I don't want to reiterate that because I have videos on that. But if you want to bring a bunch of stuff upstairs to do the little Easter egg, it's really awesome to use these coffins. And if you already have the lunar staff, it's going to help even more. So what you want to do is you want to fill these coffins up. You can purchase these upstairs and then close them, and they act like a crate. And then what you can do is grab it by the very bottom, and you can actually put it through this hole up here. So you can do it like that. Boom. And then you have them upstairs. Sorry, I have a lot of problems in this manor. If you just have a normal sized character, you won't have a lot of problems. But like, my character can't even... That's another tip. You can barely go upstairs. Okay, and then you come up here, and then you can do the rest of the lunar tools with ease, because you already have all your stuff and you can bring it up there. Oh, and then I might as well show you how I bring it up to the lunar tools. You come over here. I'm holding it like this. I come up here. You can either put it through this window, like that. But this is if you already have this, which this is very handy. At least make this lunar tool with the full moon and the moon rod, so you can do stuff like this, and you can go up there with no problem. So that brings me to my seamlessly into my next things you missed on this Halloween. When you're gonna go run up here, I don't know if you guys seen this, but there is a grulgula. A grulgula? I don't know how you pronounce it. And it's worth about a mil candy, basically. And it says, I'm not going to say that. But it is possible to get. And what it does, I don't know. I'm saving up for it and I'll buy it. But yeah, you can buy one of these. It's pretty spooky. I feel like I've already got all of them. Actually, I'm missing one of them. But I might as well have a whole collection of these things. I don't know why. It's an unhealthy collection. But this is where it is. A little secret. And then on to one of our other secrets, which we could just go back in here. We don't have to pause the video just so you can see where it is actually. Okay, in the manor, if you come up the spiral stairs, you'll see a painting with a little X on it because it's got new owners. You can get over there by a fusion coil, or if you want to go the legit way, you can go like this, and you can hop on these sides, and actually inside of it is hollow. And I'm going to turn this up because I'm very proud of this. My song Blood Moon actually made it in game, and if you like it, you can actually get a vinyl of it. I have a video on that. You can get the vinyl in game. So I just wanted to show this off. I'm sorry. Yo, shameless plug. Shameless plug. But I appreciate it, them actually putting it in game. My buddy Saul also worked on it. And you can get this on your base video at the end of this. Okay. I know. Random tip, but whatever the wreckage you get from those little blood moon towers, you can actually sell this for candy currency. So you can buy stuff in the store. I don't know how much it's really going to be worth to do all that, but I would just recommend my other grinding methods, but you can do that if you want to. All right, and then for my last tip over here, at the corruption spot in the desert. Come under here, get the corrupted kelp. There's multiple different things to say about this one. Everyone thinks, oh man, I have to have the refined scuba tank. You don't need the refined scuba tank. Honestly, you can just go to the bamboo shack and get the rusty scuba tank. You don't need the scuba tank. You can just fly around, and which gets me to my next little tip too. To get these, you don't even have to cut them. You could use bombs and it peels them up. But I do recommend using the lunar staff to pick them out of there. It's very helpful. But if you do not know how to get the boom blaster, get it from Doug's Digging. I have a location guide, which I could probably put at the end too. Get it from Doug's Digging, put the big bombs in it, and look how this thing does. So you don't have to deal with these, you can just blow them up. Hold on, that didn't really get close. Sometimes it's going to be a little hard to get close on these. Like that. Boom. Then you don't even have to deal with them. You can pick out the scraps. Have a fusion coil, because a lot of this will happen. Sometimes where they just get a little... Oh, I'm drowning. Yeah, that's why I would say the rusty scuba tank would probably be perfect. If you do not have a refined scuba tank, because that's going to take way too long. And you want to grind as much as you can. Yep, and then you can get all your parts. You can shoot these back there. I kind of just want to blow everything up because they're making me mad. I don't know why that didn't... Yeah, and then grab all the pieces. So that should make your corrupted kelp grinding easier. That is the end of the video. Subscribe. Hopefully you learned something from this. You have to subscribe. If something in this video you did not know, you have to. I'm putting knowledge into your brain. You have to give something back, like a subscribe. If I'm putting that knowledge in there, help a brother out. See you later.